Tonight on the Nightly Show, I have a guest that relates to three main topics: the placebo effect, self-fulfilling prophecy, and the Pygmalion effect. He's white, he's British. Here he is, Roger Bannister.
Alright, thank you guys. Yeah, stop applauding.
All the applause from the large crowd we have here.
Yes.
You look really good for your age, Roger. Jeez.
No. Staying in shape. Keep
Yeah.
that running going.
That fits perfectly with the topic of why we have you on here. Is you were the first person ever to run under a 4-minute mile.
Indeed I was.
Now that amazes me because people throughout basically the whole time of man have been trying to do this, and you were the first person to ever do it. And I want to know how. How were you able to accomplish this amazing task?
It's all in the mind. Everybody said I couldn't, and I just did it. You know, I tried to use that as motivation because, you know, there's no reason why I couldn't do it. Just the only real reason that I couldn't do it was because nobody else had done it.
You know, doctors told you it was physically impossible. Did that ever stop you from trying to run this fast? Did that ever end your goal of being the first person to do this?
Never. I used that, honestly, that was my motivation.
So
that's what kept me going.
Nobody held you down from doing this?
Nope.
It's a good attitude, so.
Yeah.
So when were you born, Roger?
Born in 1929,
Oh,
back in the good old days.
that's a long time ago, jeez.
It is.
Now, when you broke this while you were in college, right? The 4-minute mile record?
Yep, back in college life.
So you were in college around 1940s, is that correct?
Yep, that'd be right.
Okay. Now, you were knighted by the Queen, weren't you?
Hmm?
What year would that be?
1975, actually.
Now, how'd this all happen? How'd people kind of remember that you existed?
Well, funny thing is, I actually got hit by a car. That's right, folks. I was hit by a car.
Now, most people take a negative impact from car crashes, but I think you being hit made news, and obviously people got reminded about you.
It did, I was really glad. I kept my legs. Everything was going good still. I did have a little recovery, but it really kind of brought me back into the spotlight. People remembered who I was and what I did, and how great I really am.
And the cool thing was you were Britain's top runner for years before you actually broke the record. You won gold medal for Britain multiple times, but I guess you weren't really that well known until you actually broke the big barrier.
Yeah. It was. I think it had a lot more publicity,
Yeah.
and it just was more broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And the cool thing is after you actually broke the 4-minute barrier of running under 4 minutes, tons of people, only 46 days after, broke your record. And it amazes me because there was just that psychological barrier of, it's impossible, you can't run this fast. And people seeing you actually accomplish it,
Mm-hmm.
I guess just made them think they could do it too, and obviously they did.
It did. And it does bite a little bit because I did really take pride in what I did, and it does kind of burn me a little bit that people were able to do this right after me. But it just goes to show how, there is really nothing holding you back from anything. It's just, it's all in your mind. And once people saw that I did it, it was easy for them.
Yeah, you were the start of this kind of revolution of people running under 4 minutes. You should be proud of that fact.
I know, I was a trailblazer. Still kicking.
Yeah, it's amazing. Now, I know obviously you aren't now, but do you ever think you'll be in a wheelchair?
It has come across my mind. And
that your legs will eventually give out, or?
Yeah.
I know it's.
I try not to think about it.
Yeah, I know it's sad to talk about,
but I could do a pretty cool wheelie.
Yeah, there you go. With all your running effects. Now,
I could probably try and set a record for that too, as long as wheelchair wheelie.
Fastest mile in a wheelchair under 4 minutes, maybe you could do it.
Yeah.
Now, folks, that's been our guest Roger Bannister, and we're gonna take it to commercial. Roids? No. Pretty effective.
So what were actually in those drugs?
To be honest, it's not steroids. It's just the placebo effect. There was no nutritional value in those at all. They did have a positive effect on your fellow basketball player over there. It's all in your mind. On the Daily Show, we have local sculptor and artist Pygmalion here, and apparently he has this amazing talent where whatever he sculpts, if he prays hard enough to Aphrodite, he can make it come alive. So instead of a woman statue, you actually sculpted a dog, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you really fond of dogs? Do you like
I really do like dogs.
Oh.
I'm in love with dogs.
I don't think you can do this, to be honest. I think you're all a joke.
You don't think I can turn this sculpture of a dog into a real dog?
Yeah, especially because you pray to Aphrodite, who isn't even worshipped anymore by anyone.
I can turn this into a real dog. You want to see it?
Yeah, prove it.
All right.
Wow, you actually turned it into a real dog.
I told you I'd do it.
I'm at a loss for words.
It's real. You want to cut it?
Yeah, I actually.
That's 100% real.
It seems pretty dumb. Is that a side effect from you like turning a statue into a dog?
You just got to pray really hard.
It's a really stupid though. It's not a regular dog.
What do you mean it's not a regular dog?
It's stupid.
It's stupid.
Could you not sculpt a smart dog and turn it into a smart dog?
This is a really smart dog. This is the smartest dog you'll ever see.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay. So, that was local hoax artist Pygmalion here, turning his sculptures into real dogs. Yeah. Nightly Show, I have a very special guest and CEO of the company to explain some of the aspects about the interview I did with Roger Bannister. Now, in the interview, I listed the Pygmalion effect. How did that help out Roger Bannister run this amazing feat?
Well, the Pygmalion effect is where higher expectation leads to increase in performance. So where he was thinking that he could do this, and he was thinking that he had or could perform this, he actually was able to perform this.
So there was no physical aspect of it. It was all psychological. It was all in his head.
Yep. I mean, it's just all that him believing made him able to do it.
That's pretty impressive. Now, what about the self-fulfilling prophecy? How did that?
Self-fulfilling prophecy was a big step in his life, I guess. His self-fulfilling prophecy was to run under a 4-minute mile. I mean, this made him want it just that much more. Kind of got it into his mind. People believed in him, which also helped him do it. Just positive feedback and him believing that he could do it and wanting to do it.
So that too didn't have any physical effect on him. It's just that he
There's
set out
nothing
to do this
more
and-
physically affected on him than anyone else that's ever tried it. It's just more positivity and believing.
Okay,
all
sounds
physically.
good. Now, what about the placebo effect? How did that help out Roger?
The doctor said that he wasn't going to be able to. I mean, absolutely impossible for him to do this. So, in a way, I wouldn't say they gave him something, but like a physical piece of candy or pill or nothing. But in his head, that it said he couldn't do it, which made him think in a placebo effect way
That he could actually do it. Yeah, even though he heard it was impossible, he still kept on trying to run under a 4-minute mile.
Yep.
Okay, that's pretty impressive. That was our nightly show, ladies and gentlemen, and now out with the band.